for a profit.
That's Gianna Gelosi. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
All right, we're live on Facebook.
It's time for WPTV's First Alert Weather from the WPTV News Channel 5 newsroom. Now with 7 meteorologists covering the Treasure and Gold Coasts 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now here's WPTV's First Alert meteorologist.
Mostly to partly sunny skies through much of the afternoon hours. Temperatures heat up quickly into those upper 80s. In fact, high today will get near 90 degrees. So a hot day is in store with a chance of isolated showers and thunderstorms late in the afternoon through the evening. Then partly cloudy into tonight with overnight fog developing and overnight lows on the mild side in the upper 60s. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Jennifer Correa for WSTU 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
You are listening to WSTU, Stewart, Jensen Beach, Hope Sound, Martin County's Heritage Station.
With my hand.
The opinions expressed are those of the show's host and not the staff or management of Port St. Lucie broadcasters. Any reproduction without written consent of WSTU and WPSL is strictly prohibited. Now it's time for Quality of Life Radio, brought to you by Cigna and Aetna Medicare. Here are your hosts, Gary Owen and Tom Bouvier.
Hello, good morning, America and Treasure Coast, and those of you that live outside the great old United States of America. Thank you for tuning in on this extraordinary Tuesday morning, March 28th. And Tom, we are concluding first quarter of 2023 already. So we want to welcome each and every one of you to the world-famous Quality of Life radio show. I am Gary Owen, president of Owen Insurance Group and your extraordinary host of this show.
And I'm Tom Bouvier, the co-host of this extraordinary show.
And by the way, thank you for tuning in on WSTU 1450 AM and WPSL 1590. As well as tuning live on Facebook. So if you're driving right now, good luck out there. And when you get to your destination, guess what? You don't have to shut us off. Pick up your iPhone, your smartphone, I should say, and tune us in. You can follow us at Quality of Life Radio Show. So we are obviously, I think this is our third week with our new format, or maybe our fourth week of our new format for the Quality of Life Radio Show. Half-hour show packed full of valuable information that you need to know. Tom, we're here every Tuesday for a really good reason.
Absolutely. We bring relevant content. I mean,
and people love looking at us.
It's power-packed. That's right. People listen. We've got many people who tell us they listen every Tuesday morning. So we thank you for listening in. But, Gary, we do bring relevant content, information that people can actually use in their life. And at Owen Insurance Group, our mission, our goals, our stated goals is to simplify insurance planning so people can enjoy the quality of life that they deserve. And that's what we do. We simplify complicated things that people do not want to do, like talk about or shop for or enroll in insurance.
That's exciting stuff.
Yeah, it's exciting as a colonoscopy or going to the dentist. I mean, it ranks up there.
You just reminded me I got a call.
That's right.
Colonoscopy.
Don't forget your colonoscopy every 10 years.
Oh, goodness sakes.
Or every 5.
So I want to give a quick shout out to Dr. Brian Moriarty of Loving Chiropractic. Anytime I'm having issues with my back, which is constant and perpetual, he's there to help. So I know he's tuning in this morning, so thanks, Dr. Brian. And for all of our clients, existing and soon-to-be clients of Owen Insurance Group, we want to say thank you. Today, we're going to talk about two things this morning. I think it's important that everyone understands what's going on with it's called Medicaid redetermination. So those of you who are on Medicaid will be getting a redetermination letter in the mail here shortly if you haven't already received that. So we're going to talk about that briefly, and as well as talk to you about a article that I read this morning on CNBC that talks about 75% of Medicare beneficiaries are worried about affording costs beyond their premium. So we're going to talk about those two topics today. We only have, 22 minutes to get it done. And then I want to kind of share with you, I always want to do the quote of the day, and this one's a really awesome quote, because every single day there's something bad that happens to somebody out there. So this is for you, this is for us, this is for all of us. When something bad happens, you have three choices that you have. Either you let it define you, you let it destroy you, or you let it strengthen you. And then let us all hope and pray that it is the latter.
That's
we want
right.
it to strengthen us. And that's who we are today because of the things that happened to us in our lives.
That's right. Tough times can either make a person tough, the old saying, tough times make tough people, or, as you said, it could destroy people. So
and we've
let it be the latter.
Yeah, and we've seen it both. I mean, we've seen it destroy people, and we've seen people shine. You go through the fire, and people come out polished and stronger for those life events. So, Tom, let's talk a little bit about what the CNBC's article said and how I think that it's causing undue scare. But I think the problem is, no, I don't think. I know what the problem is. We know. We see it every day. People are not educated and informed to make the right choices. I appreciate Dr. Brian yesterday telling me that he has a client he's referring to me because, Gary, I don't trust anybody else. You know what you're doing, and it's not because of the money, not because of friendship, because I know that you're competent and you're going to steer our clients and our patients in the right direction. And I appreciate that trust. And that trust is earned, right? And you don't get that trust just because of who you are and your good looks or bad looks, whatever the situation might be.
And I have somebody texting in saying, Gary is so funny. Carmen, we love you, Carmen.
Hi, Carmen. Thanks for tuning in. I don't know how funny I am.
She said funny looking. No,
and skinny. Don't forget the skinny part, Carmen.
Oh, that's right. Slim Jim here.
25 pounds down, or 22,
Congratulations.
25 pounds down. And so we're feeling better. I'm trying to be more like Tom the Booth, looking fit and slim and being, on his A game. So
well, we're
doing it.
We're encouraging one another. It's a team effort here for sure.
Thank God. We need it. So 75% of Medicare beneficiaries are worrying about affording costs beyond premium. So here's the situation. There should be no worry depending on the plan that you're on. So yes, there is a worry if you're only on original Medicare, because with original Medicare, Tom, what are their out-of-pocket expenses?
If you go to the hospital day one, $1,600.
Right.
60 days later, another $1,600.
Ouch.
And if you stay after that, it can be $400 a day, then $800 a day, and after a certain number of days, you're on your own.
That's not good.
And then doctor visits could cost you, of course, the small deductible, $226 this year, but after that, 20% of unlimited.
So you mean to tell me if there is a $500,000 surgery that there's no cap? They got to come out at 20% of that?
Yes.
What?
There is no cap, and potentially could be on the hook for 20%. Absolutely.
And listen, folks,
that's $100,000.
13% of Medicare beneficiaries out there today, between 12 and 13%, are only on original Medicare. That's scary to me.
It is.
That's not good to be only on original Medicare. So if you're out there and you don't have a supplement or a Medicare Advantage plan, you're only on original Medicare, you need to pick up the phone, call Owen Insurance Group today at 772-210-1020, and let us help you enroll in a right plan that's going to cover those out-of-pocket costs. And they're going to continue to go up every year. Medicare supplement, if attached to original Medicare, so original Medicare, you have your A and B. Now you can enroll in a Medicare supplement plan, and depending on the plan that you choose, if it's Plan G, then your out-of-pocket maximum for the year is going to be how much, Tom?
$226.
Boom. That's it.
Boom.
So where is the
what
problem?
A small deductible.
Where 75% of Medicare beneficiaries are worrying about costs beyond the premiums. There is none. It's just a Part B out of pocket for the year of $226. So if you are not on a supplement plan, you might want to consider being on a supplement plan for that very reason, because your predictable cost is only going to be $226 for the year. Now, Medicare Advantage, So we want to kind of just graze on that for just a second, because out-of-pocket maximums, yes. I mean, we realize and recognize that most Medicare beneficiaries on a Medicare Advantage plan have a $0 premium. That does not equate to $0 cost, people. So most people don't realize that you do have out-of-pocket maximums up to $8,000 in network and $12,000 out of network. So you could potentially have some major out-of-pocket costs even with a zero premium Medicare Advantage plan.
There ain't no free lunch.
Daggone it.
Well, it
people want to tell us that there is.
Yeah, people feel like it's free because maybe they're
Those
not.
Those TV commercials say they are free.
That's right. They do say it's free. Get more. Check your zip code. Don't call that number is what we say. Do not call that number.
We got to put
unless you want to get more confused.
So you know what would be a great thing, Tom, is if we could put somehow have our IT team could tune into those TV commercials and put a big red circle with a bull pooping. This is a BS zone.
I know a hacker.
Oh my God!
No,
it's crazy.
I don't.
It's crazy. We know slackers.
We know slackers for sure, but no hackers.
But they could be hackers. We don't know yet. But anyway, getting back on point here.
We were on point. No, this is a good thing. No,
it is, but listen, people don't know what they don't know, Tom. And
no.
They call this 800 number because they don't know. You and I are out of here, and we're advocates for their health care.
And many times the extent of their education that gets them all upset is they see the headlines on as they're scrolling through their Facebook or they're scrolling through a news channel or they see something briefly on TV.
Yes.
And they don't know the full story, so get some education. Give us a call.
Yeah, and listen, we're not saying that Medicare Advantage is bad by no stretch of the imagination. So, again, everyone has a different shoe size. So, when you go to Medicare, there's not a one-size-fits-all solution.
That's
so,
right.
Let us educate you. Let us be your guide and show you all of your options so you can make an informed decision about your health care, because the decisions you make today can last a lifetime. It's important to get it right the first time.
I use that phrase all the time, Gary, so thank you for that.
You're very welcome.
It's really true.
You're very welcome. And then finally on the out-of-pocket, the final part on the out-of-pocket maximums related to Part D. So right now in 2023, there have been, since Medicare started in 2005, Part D started in 2005 until today, there have been no out-of-pocket caps on Part D. So, right now, I believe it's catastrophic phase is right around $7,400. So, and you'll continue to pay a small co-insurance beyond that. Beginning next year, that will probably max out around $4,000 would be my guess. And then in 2025, that's when the $2,000 cap will be initiated on all Part D drug plans. So in 2025, all of you who are on a drug plan, whether it's a standalone drug plan or a part of a Medicare Advantage plan with prescription drug coverage, will see a maximum cap of only $2,000 in 2025.
And with more people getting on Medicare and more people taking medications, and keeping in mind there is no free lunch, somebody's going to be paying for that medication.
Yes, I think that's a topic for another day.
Yes, it is.
We're running out of time here. No, but it's good because to Tom's point. Yes, even though it may be capped at $2,000, who's going to pick up those other costs that were thousands and thousands of dollars? So
exactly.
we expect in our discussions, and Tom and I talk about what's going to happen. We're probably going to see no more $0 copays on Tier 1 or Tier 2 drugs. I believe those are going to go away. The carrier's got to pay for this somehow. And we'll probably start seeing increases in premiums. And then third, we'll also see a lot of these carriers are, they can choose to have you pay no deductible on Tier 1 and Tier 2 drugs. And a lot of companies do that. There's a lot of plans out there currently that are doing that, less than what there was 2 years before. But I think moving forward, we won't even see that anymore either. So these are the three components that we'll see moving forward on Part D. But we'll take it as it comes, and we'll advise you on what's going on. Tom, let's kind of talk about Medicaid redetermination. So, start of the pandemic back in 2020, Congress enacted FFCRA, which is Families First Coronavirus Response Act. And what that did was it was a federal requirement that kept people continuously enrolled through the end of the month and March 31st due to COVID-19, the health epidemic crisis. So that ends in 3
Enrolled
days.
in Medicaid.
In Medicaid, that's correct. Enrolled in Medicaid, that ends March 31st, 3 days from now. So many of you who are on Medicaid will be getting and receiving a Medicaid redetermination letter. And it's going to affect probably up to 14 million people in the United States today. So, Tom, what does that mean?
So what that means is not only do you need to not throw away that letter and just stuff it under, but you need to make sure that you open it, follow the instructions, and give us a call. And I'm not just saying give us a call just for our sake. It's for your sake, because you will have an opportunity, a new enrollment period, to get on, whether it's an ACA plan or another health insurance plan. It gives you an open enrollment period.
Yeah, so hope is not lost, right? So if you no longer can qualify for Medicaid, so then all you do is pick up the phone, dial 772-210-1020, and let us help you. We can get you enrolled in a ACA plan, and based on your income, you have to have income. Don't call us for help if you don't have income, because we can't help you. So you got to have income to qualify for a subsidy for an ACA plan. So typically, based on your income, you could have a $0 premium on your ACA plan. So that's still a win-win, or maybe a lower premium could be under $100. We see this all the time. People call in and we help. So based on your income, you could qualify for a great subsidy that would offset your premiums on your ACA affordable health care plan. So, and there's a lot of options out there. And again, based on your out-of-pocket, the higher the deductible, Tom, what happens to the premium?
The lower.
The lower the premium
Thought you were trying to trick me there, Gary, but
he's on his A game. I'm telling you, he's on his A game today.
And the higher the premium,
the higher the premium, the lower the deductible.
There
becomes.
you go.
So,
it's inverse
relationship. We're quizzing each other. So I think we do know what we're talking about today anyway.
This is relevant content.
It is relevant content, and it's content that you need to know, man. I mean, or woman. And listen, don't be shy. I mean, listen, we've helped a lot of people, help them enroll in Medicaid. We help them enroll in Medicare when it comes time, because it is complicated. It's convoluted, and we're here to help and support you. So if you've got questions, again, call us at Owen Insurance Group. We got plenty of staff to help you, even for those who maybe don't speak English very well. We have bilingual agents also that can help. So pick up the phone, dial 772-210-1020, and we can help. Now, one thing, Tom, about the Medicaid redetermination. Yes, it's going to start, it ends March 31, but on April 1st, does that mean all 14 million people are going to lose Medicaid on that day?
No, Gary.
Okay.
Actually, actually, that's what I thought at first. But once we begin to dig into it, I realized that that's when a 12-month period where each state has 12 months to conduct the redetermination. So keep an eye out in your mailbox if you're currently on Medicaid.
Yeah, I think it's going to affect most people, maybe with children who had babies during the coronavirus. You know, we think it's going to affect them. We think that it's going to affect those that have limited English capability. We think that's going to affect them because they don't know who to go and who to turn to and what to do. So those are probably going to would be the big ones that we will see affected by the Medicaid redetermination. But again, hope is not lost. There are other avenues where you can get health care that's affordable, or even maybe possibly qualify for a $0 premium. And Tom, how many how many ACA carriers can we assist our clients with?
We can assist with every single one that's available in your county.
And how many do we have? Let's say on the Treasure Coast. Do you remember the names?
I do remember the names.
I knew you would.
We have Ambetter. We have Florida Blue, or Blue Cross Blue Shield. We have Cigna. We have Oscar. And
Aetna.
And
United Healthcare.
United Healthcare?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, depending on what county you're in.
Yeah.
So we are. in full transparency and full disclosure, we are not appointed with Florida Blue. So we don't get paid when we put clients in Florida Blue plans, but we can still help you do that through the marketplace. We will do that. We will help you to do that, but we just don't get paid commissions because you have to be a
Captive agent.
captive agent.
Yeah.
And so we elect to not be captive. We elect to be free and independent, just like Americans, right? Free
That's
and
right.
independent.
I like that.
We want to be free and independent, to be able to write the right plans for our clients and not be captivated by one single carrier, whether it's ACA or Medicare. We refuse to be captive. We started that way once when we were younger and dumber, and now that we've become older and wiser.
Young and dumb and captive. Now we're older, wiser, and freer.
I love it.
And we're brokers.
I love it. I love
Yeah,
it.
I love
So it's great to be able to represent our clients, our prospects, with almost all of the carriers and not just one carrier. Again, there is not a one size fits all solution, and to any healthcare. So just remember and just keep that in mind. Tom, real quick before we maybe talk about another topic. This day in history, something really, really bad happened in my home state of Pennsylvania. Do you remember?
Was it a flood?
Nope, it wasn't the flood. That was in '77.
Okay.
Which I remember seeing bodies floating down the rivers, so that was interesting and horrifying. But no, this was 2 years after the flood. March 28th, 1979 at 4 o'clock in the morning,
I don't know.
near the state capital of Harrisburg, 3 Mile Island nuclear disaster. Do you remember that? Were you even in the country then, or were you in another?
3 Mile Island.
You were in
don't let 'em have my skin glow. Jimmy Buffett sang about that. How did I not know that?
See?
Yeah. Okay. 3 Mile Island. I was alive.
Oh, I know you were alive, but were you in the country?
I was safe in Louisiana.
All right.
Down in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, so it was interesting. A lot of radiation was released in the surrounding area. A lot of people had to vacate. I remember Governor
Did you
Dick
get
Thornburgh.
affected?
I cut the 2 extra toes off on my, on my right foot, but we're okay now. But all serious.
That dang radiation. Oh, yeah.
killing
I
me.
forgot to tell you something. I'm radioactive. By the way, I'm contagious, too.
Oh, goodness sakes. All right. So anyway, Dick Thornburgh requested evacuation of everybody. It was scaring everybody. And so President Carter at the time came down and visited the site because he was I didn't know this, but he was a trained nuclear engineer and was able to calm the people that was nearby.
I thought he was a peanut farmer.
He was a peanut farmer and a nuclear physicist and an engineer. It's pretty amazing, this guy.
Nice.
It was surprising.
I think he
to-
was
to-
on
to
the
read that.
submarine. Because I know he's in the Navy.
You want to, the yellow submarine?
That was the Beatles. The Beatles.
I'm getting my submarines all mixed up here. Sorry, folks. All right, so we got 5 minutes left, and those are the two main things I wanted to talk about today, Tom, was the Medicare redetermination letter, as well as the Medicare beneficiaries. This article that came out where people think that Medicare beneficiaries, 75% of them out there are worried about affording costs beyond premiums. We just want to reemphasize the fact that you should not be worried, especially if you're working with Owen Insurance Group, because we are going to protect you. We're going to make sure you have the right plan and put in action that is going to protect you, and it's going to be what will sustain you, and that you'll be able to afford it years to come. That is the key, because a lot of people, listen, I get to the fact that most people want to save money on premiums. If you go to a dealership, let's say you're looking to buy a Toyota, and you go to 5 different dealerships, and every dealership has a different price on that Toyota. Same make, same model, same year, but different pricing. Same thing on Medicare supplement plans, depending on the carrier. They're going to have, every single Medicare supplement carrier out there is going to have different premiums for the same plan. So Plan G, for example, in Florida could vary between $100 from the lowest to the highest. So do you base your decision on the cheapest Plan G, Tom?
I do not.
No, but why not?
The reason is because, if you your analogy with the dealership, the customer service, the follow through, how easy it is to deal with them if you need to talk to them or have a claim or a rebate or what's it called, a recall. All these things are factors and factors in how easy it is to deal with them. I like to do business with people I like and trust.
Yeah, that are local
and people that've been around for a long time.
There you go.
And they're not going to jack up the price every single year. Rate stability.
people.
Pay
Attention. Call 772-210-1020. It costs you nothing. Even the phone call is free, they say. We don't charge for the phone call. We don't charge for professional services. So it's a good idea, and being all serious now, it's a great idea to get counsel and advice from a third party that's transparent, professional, informed, educated, competent. That's what you need, and independent. So like Tom was saying earlier, yes, you did say that carrier A could be $30 a month less than carrier B, and $40 less than carrier C, and $100 less than carrier D. Well, we know the carriers, we know the players, and we know the one carrier in the country, the oldest Medicare carrier in the country, that has an average rate stability of 1.1% a year based on Plan G and Plan F. So again, don't base decisions on who has the lowest premium. Base it who has the best rate stability, financial stability, and claims paying ability. That is what it is all about. Whether it's Medicare or life insurance or what have you, we're here to help. Again, life insurance, healthcare, Medicare, disability, annuities, dental vision, long-term care. We do it here. We're here to help. We're here to be a resource. If you're a business owner and you're looking to get insurance for your business, for your employees, that is one way to establish credibility and trust with your employees. So give us a call again at 772-210-1020. And Tom, 30 minutes is up just like that. So it's amazing.
Sure
so,
is.
hey, we thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Make sure you give us a call. It doesn't cost you anything. We appreciate it. We hope that you enjoyed the show, the two comedians here today. And please share us with your friends, your family, your neighbors. And also stay tuned, because coming up next is a Brian Kilmeade show. And remember, Treasure Coast, stay safe, keep healthy, be happy, and enjoy your quality of life.